G'day guys. So today's video, it is going to be part 10 of Project Team Associated No Prep. Now if you're new to the channel, you're probably thinking, wait a minute, part 10, what the hell, have I missed something? No, you haven't missed something. A while ago when I decided to get into a bit of no prep drag just for a bit of fun, I had a spare Team Associated B5M buggy that I bought off a mate, and since it was just laying about doing nothing, I decided, you know what, let's try and turn it into a no prep drag car. And that's what I've done. And I went about converting it, modifying it, putting upgrades on it, and so on and so forth. And due to a number of factors, time, other interests and hobbies and things like that, and other drag cars as well, kind of got pushed by the wayside there. And having moved house a little over a year ago, it's actually been in my garage, hanging up in the garage, out of sight, out of mind sort of thing. And I was in there the other day having a look around for some stuff, and I saw it there and I thought, you know what, I need to pull this thing out again and continue on. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look, go over to the workbench, and we are going to have a quick look at it and have a look at the state that it's in, and we're going to continue on from there. Alrighty guys, so here it is for you guys that have never ever seen it. So this is my very first attempt at no prep drag, and as you can see, it is with a lot of like conversions before, like Team Associated and Team Losi got on the scene and started making specific drag chassis. What people would do is they would get a buggy or a stadium truck chassis and they would convert it to a no prep drag car. And what a lot would do is they would get the buggy chassis, but they would replace the chassis plate with a stadium truck chassis plate, which would give you a longer wheelbase, and then, you know, you'd put the body on and so forth. But what I did is I kind of went the opposite direction and left everything as all buggy. So buggy chassis plate, buggy everything, and Proline have this Ford Pinto body. And so it's designed for short wheelbase, so any buggy chassis, and I think it's also like the Traxxas Stinger, is it? I think I can't quite remember. One of the Traxxas buggies that are, you know, obviously you can't extend the chassis, so it was designed for that. So what we'll do is we will take the shell off and we'll have a quick gander at it underneath. So what it is, so like I said, it's a B5M chassis, and I have gone about modifying it, put upgraded shock bodies on it. Has a Castle Creations motor and speed controller combo. It's running, I think it's a Spectrum, pretty sure it's a Spectrum servo I've got in there. Can't remember the kV rating of the motor. I will have to have a look at it. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of custom parts. These are actually HSP body mounts that I got off eBay. Because what I did is I'm using the wing mount here and some carbon fiber to make a body post mount system for it. Same at the front here, because it had front front wing mount, so I'm using that for the front mounts. And I'm using one of these, hang on a second. So I'm using a Trinity Eliminator battery pack. Sits perfectly in there, but because of its size, as you can see, it's a big ass battery. I made a custom battery strap, which is basically just an extra long screws through the chassis plate here, goes all the way through, and then that just goes down and holds it down. And we flip it around here. Give me a second. So on the back here, I have, it's a Team Associated, I think from what I remember they call it the lockout clutch. I can't remember, I'll put down below what it's called, but I bought this just to give it a try, and it seems to work. But how it works, it's a slipper clutch, and you have these counterweights here, and as it spins, it pushes harder onto the slipper discs and locks the slipper clutch out. So, and because it's been sitting for such a long time, the O-ring that goes around the counterweights here has perished, so I'm going to have to replace that. But as you can see, guys, it is in a bit of a state at the moment. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to give it a dismantle and give it a rebuild. And this was actually my attempt at making a custom wheelie bar for it. And how it works, I just got some carbon fiber and just cut it into a rough triangular shape. And I have down here the long bolts that go through the wing mount, and this is just a simple 3D printed block, and screws go into that there, and got the wheelie bar wheels down here. I think these are Gravity RC or Motive RC wheelie bar wheels. And then here I have an HSP camber link, and it's a simple case of you just turn it like so, and what that does is that raises and lowers the wheelie bar for different conditions. And the bottom of it is mounted underneath here, so it goes straight through the chassis there. Fairly crude setup, but it does seem to work. And this here is actually this dual lock tape here, that's where I put my GPS unit on, just for when I'm doing my runs. So yeah, guys, as you can see, it is in a pretty bad state at the moment. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to disassemble it, and I'm going to give it a service, and we're going to go from there. So what I'll do is I will give it a full service, go over it, and then come back and explain what I've done, and then hopefully do a few passes. So I'll be back in a sec, guys. Alright, guys, so I have gone over the chassis. I've checked the bearings, I've redone the shock oil, and front and rear. Yeah, what else have I done? Checked the motor, I've put a new O-ring on. Now, the original O-ring that I had on it was the really thick one. So the when you buy this lockout clutch system, it comes with 3 different size, like thickness O-rings, and this one here being the original, or the one that was on it originally, was the thickest one. I will I'll make do with the one that's on it here. So as you can see how it works, like I was mentioning, you got the O-ring there, and as it spins, this can't remember if it's centrifugal or centripetal force forces that out, and it pushes hard against the plate and locks the clutch, and then as you back off, it goes back down and releases. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the shell. I do have another Ford Pinto shell. I bought it as a spare because I wasn't too sure how popular these bodies were, so I have a spare one as a just in case. So anyway, I'm going to give the body a clean. I'm going to charge the battery pack, and we're going to see how this goes. I'm going to have to take the laptop with me, just for some see if I need to change some ESC settings, because it has been a while since I've run this. But anyway, let's go give it a run and have a bit of fun with it. Alrighty guys, so we are at a new location. It's an industrial area. It's actually not far from where I did a bit of testing with my speedrun car. Yeah, so it's a lot wider than where I used to test that narrow car park area. It seems to be a little bit cleaner too. I didn't have my blower with me, but we'll see how we go. So got the battery charged. I do have another set of tires. This is off my other drag car. These are some reaction tires. If the Hoosier style don't work very well, I will switch to those reaction tires, but we'll see how we go. Alright, I don't know how this is going to go. I might have to change a few settings on my ESC. I did bring the computer with me, so I can make some changes. Alright, let's see. I haven't used this for a while. Alright, we'll do a burnout. Now I did forget to mention too that I am running a diff locker in this, so we'll see how we go. See, drag, start. Now this could be bad. Of course there's that reflector in the way, but I'll go around it. Honestly, that was better than I expected. Alright, see, stop. Alright, so that was 3.31 seconds, 67 kilometers an hour. I will put down what that is in miles an hour, since some people get a little bent out of shape about it, but that is a lot better than I expected. That actually took off a bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to adjust the ESC settings so it's got a little bit more get up and go. Alright guys, so I've just done a change on the ESC settings. So the ESC settings were low power start settings. I think I had it like that because of the old location where there was virtually no traction, but I mean, this could all go wrong, but we'll see how we go. Okay, quick. Now, while I'm thinking about it, let's move out of the way of that reflector. Okay, that should be fine. Hopefully the camera isn't shaking about. I've got a different hat on to what I usually use. Alright, one quick burnout. Alright, now, okay, drag, start. Alright, let's see how this goes. Kind of figured that would happen. Alright, so with that hit, I had some weight in the front. Broke the clip, the zip tie that I was using for it, so I'll just put that there for the time being. Put this back in. Alright, so I'm going to try and make do without the lead, so give me a sec, guys. Alright, I'll do another tyre heat up. Alright, drag, start. Alright, I'm going to go easy on the throttle and we'll go from there. That was a little bit better. Alright, let's see. Read. Okay, that was 3.27, so a bit quicker, but 65 kilometers an hour, and that'll be whatever I have written down below in miles an hour. So what I'll do is, give me a sec, guys. I'll let the motor cool down. I will do a tire change and see if that makes a difference. Alright guys, so I've changed tires. So these were the Proline Hoosier style tires because they've got the Hoosier writing on the wall, on the sidewall here. The reason why I've changed to these aren't a belted tire, and my theory is, even though I'm running a diff locker, what's happening is as weight transfers, the tire that's unloaded expands more and causes the car to wander a little bit. So these reaction tires are belted, so hopefully these are a slightly better option. Alright, we'll do a burnout. Oh, I'll just have to fix this up a little bit. Alright, do a burnout. One side's a bit hotter than the other. There we go. All right. Okay, drag, start. I'm going to go again. I'm going to go easy on the throttle. Alright, that is so much better. And I picked up a rock. And I've blown a tyre too. No pun intended there. Alright, stop. 3.05 at 75 kilometers an hour. Alright, well, unfortunately guys, I've got to stop it right there because I've blown a tyre. Well guys, that's probably its best run to date, I'd say. 75 kilometers an hour. Nice. Alright, give me a moment guys and I will be back. Well guys, hate to say it, but yeah, that's going to be the end of the runs. I mean, I know I could possibly go back home and re-glue the tyre, as you can see here, it's just, I mean, it's just come off the rim, but it's definitely put a halt to proceedings. But yeah, if you can see, oh, it's gone. But that's the info there. I mean, 1.67 G acceleration. Yeah, that's probably its best run to date. Today it is, what is it, 26th of January, so we are literally smack bang in the middle of summer, so it's a fairly warm day, a fairly hot day. The track, or the surface temp, is pretty warm, and the tyres are hooked up pretty good. I'm glad I switched to those reaction tyres, or reactor tyres. What are they called? Yeah, reaction. Yeah. So yeah, that's I'm pretty happy with that, guys. It's I know it's been a while since this car's been run, and I'm glad I got my act together and ran it. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you have any more tips for me for a car with a short wheelbase, I'm all ears. But yeah, hopefully there'll be some more runs in the future. Until then, guys, enjoy your hobby and cheers.